inspires people for their actions in general? What is the purpose of everything that we are doing, to your mind?
A very good question. You see, I have a philosophy. Most people, and I'm being very, you might say I'm generalizing here, but it's a fairly accurate generalization in my perspective, because I've been working with, over the last 2.5 decades, with 25 years, coaching and mentoring people across the globe. So we're looking at about 250,000 plus people in 20 plus countries, okay? Now, what I found is most people do not have a purpose in life. They follow what I call the process plant. And what do I mean by the process plant? The process plant is you get born, you go through life, you go to pre-kindergarten, you go to kindergarten, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, you go to tertiary school, you come up with a degree or a second degree, you might come up with a master's, you might come up with a PhD. All of that is the process plant. You come out of the process plant, you go through 5, if not 6 jobs. At the end of it, you retire. So I ask the question, what's the purpose? What's the why? What really gets a person to jump out of bed on a Monday morning, rather than saying, oh my God, I gotta go to work today? Rather than saying that, what actually makes them jump out of bed? I call it their purpose. I call it their why. And I have a philosophy in which I say, if your why is big enough, the facts don't count. If your why is big enough, the facts don't count. Which means, even if there is a disastrous situation, you will do your why. Let me illustrate this a little bit more from my own experience. As I said earlier, when I finished working, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough, and I thank God for that, to have numerous coaches in my life, 14 of them to be very precise. And I keep telling people, that's why I'm so stupid that I had to have 14 coaches. But I tell you what, stupid people get paid very well. I hope, now you got to listen to some of the underlying connotations I put in there, right? Now, one of the key things I said out of that is, my reason to come up in life was drilled into me by my coach. So when I finished off in financially becoming reasonably independent by my mid-30s, I decided to go to India. Why India? As Anna asked me, where do I originate from? My parents originated from India. I'm Indian in blood, but I was born in Malaysia. So I wanted to go back there. And my dad objected to it. He said, you know, we've come out of India in the 40s. Why go back? And I said, I just want to do something for the country. I want to give something back. And what he said to me was, why don't you give them money? And I said, you know, that to me is charity. That's just giving things away for nothing. If I give them money, tomorrow they'll still be hungry. But if I went there and taught them how to fish, tomorrow they can fish for themselves. Creative society, think about it. So I made regular trips back to India. This is from 1998, was my first trip into India. Regular trips, 4 to 6 times a year. Mainly, I was going there to drill onto people and work with organizations to empower and uplift communities and individuals, particularly, pardon me, in the middle management area. Now, guess what? Over that time, I was fortunate enough to lock up some very good clients, 50 or 60 of the top 500 companies in India. And I worked with those senior managers. Today, they are across the globe. In fact, some of them are in Russia. Some of them are in South America, North America, Canada, UAE, South Africa, Spain, India, Australia. What they do is very simple. They've enhanced not just the technical skills, but they've enhanced their outlook, and their why is strong enough. Out of that, my why had stemmed out. My purpose in life is very simple: to create a mindset shift, a heart set shift, and a soul set shift in 1 million people, thereby uplifting their lifestyle and that of their next generation. Now, when I have that purpose and I go to India, where there are challenges, we all know any country you go into, there's going to be challenges. And those challenges are of no interest to other people. So I don't bring them up. But there are issues with water, there would be issues with electricity, there'd be issues with road systems. But if my purpose was not strong enough, I would always use that as an excuse not to move on. Do you get my message? And many people fall short of that. That's why they do not fulfill their objective in life. What happens? Their purpose is not driving them. What is driving them is the money to earn. I need to get that so I can put food on the table. I have a philosophy where you say, if you turn around and have a strong purpose and you put all the other intrinsic values in place, you will see money will come. It's a natural outcome of that drive. Does that make sense, Anna and Tanya?
Yeah,
you know, like as for me, it's just really interesting to hear about the purpose.